Up next, the 76ers. Philadelphia 76ers. Tonight's a chance to get on the road to recover against a team that they know they can compete against. Their mission starts now. Kings, Sixers. We'll be right back on 2K Sports. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Domantas Sabonis.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Yabusele out there with George, and it's Embiid in at the center position. And for Sacramento, Monk on the wing, he's paired with DeRozan. The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis, and it's Fox in at point guard. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. And Shams, the whole Sacramento franchise has been transformed under former Coach of the Year Mike Brown. He has the keys to the city at this point, but can it continue, do you think?
Well, he's brought a great level of excitement and stability to the franchise. The team is competitive. They've got some young talent on this team. There hasn't been this much optimism in decades, and a lot of that is because of Mike Brown and the championship pedigree he's brought to this organization.
And they just signed him to a 3-year contract extension, so they have their sights on him for a while.
100%, and you know lifelong Kings fans have to be loving the stability first and foremost that he's brought in this organization. Finally seems like they're on the track.
Sabonis with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Sinks the three-pointer. Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they've just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. And that one misses. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Mike Brown and I got a chance to talk a little while ago. And their biggest concern, of course, it's figuring out a way to guard Joel Embiid. Coach said Embiid presents all types of issues. He can post you up, knock down the three. We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. George passes to Embiid. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Sacramento. Jay Crowder's checked in for Murray. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Martin comes in for Yabusele. Caleb Martin's checked in for George. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Kelly Oubre. Lowry kicks to Martin. Pass to Martin. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside, Maxey, 5 to shoot. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Maxey.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And stolen by Drummond. Martin against Crowder. Here's Martin. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Lowry. It could go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the 76ers.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Joel Embiid, Lowry out there with Gordon. Then it's Martin. And it's Martin in at the small forward position. And Lowry gets it to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Sacramento making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Len. Lyle comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Malik Monk in for Ellis. Then for the 76ers, Yabusele comes in for Martin. And Oubre subbed in for Eric Gordon. And Fox gets it to go.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Lowry kicks to Embiid. Here's Embiid with the dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Back to Fox. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in. Fox has got 6 here in this quarter. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of basketball. Lowry kicks to Embiid. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
The 76ers shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Guys, really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Ellison for Fox. Here's Lyles. No good on the three. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Buries it from three-point range. Maxey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Welcome to Maxey's world, one of the more efficient three-point shooters in this game.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poked away. George with the steal. Maxey looking it over. Launches from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joel, the reserves have been a big story. What are you seeing from them?
The bench has helped us a lot. They've come in, they've scored the ball, they've got to stop, so we're going to need them to keep it going.
We'll see if they can close it out in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Philadelphia 76ers.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
Uh-oh, there's a duel at the point guard position, really testing each other's ability to run things.
Thank you for being with us. Now
and with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Fox is at the point. Monk out on the wing. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Embiid kicks to George. Pass to Embiid. Down low. Here's Yabusele. DeRozan brings the double team. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Embiid, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's DeRozan. Rebound by the 76ers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Embiid. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And the defense can't match up with Embiid's size. I mean, he's just too powerful down there.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Martin's checked in for George. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. DeRozan scanning the floor. Three-pointer. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Yabusele passes to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. No good there off the double clutch. The Kings trail by 17. To the paint. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Martin. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Kings have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Monk kicks to Sabonis. Pass to DeRozan. Knocks down the 3 ball. DeRozan's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's DeRozan's go-to. I mean, he's as deadly as they get with the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Embiid with it. Now guarded by Fox. And they double up Embiid. Back to Oubre. Now Embiid lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 15 points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Fox, no good. The 76ers leading by 18. Now Oubre. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Kicks it out to Maxey. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Nice D from Sabonis. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Martin. Gordon out there with Lowry. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Martin in at the 3. The 76ers shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. And taken away by Ellis. Monk right side. Outside Sabonis. Pass to Herter. Unloads from 13. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You look at Sabonis, and he clearly is one of the best passing big men in the game because he sees the floor so well.
Lowry dishes to Embiid. And another turnover in for Crowder. DeRozan comes in for Kevin Herter. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Ellis. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Yabusele, he's checked in for Kenyon Martin. Paul George comes in for Martin. Oubre's checked in for Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome, getting good positioning close to the basket.
Left side, George. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Here's Embiid over Sabonis. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Maxey. And the 76ers lead by 16. Monk against Oubre. Murray the pass to Monk. No good with the triple. Philadelphia with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Back to Oubre. Maxey kicks to Embiid. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Joel Embiid.
They continued to feed him throughout the game, and with good reason. They realized he was hot, had the hot hand, and they wanted to ride that. And he refuses to let them down, coming through at every turn.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Fox dishes to DeRozan. Murray is screen on George. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Fox deciding where to go with it. 4 on the clock. Over Maxey. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Great open look there. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Philadelphia. 16-point lead.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the 76ers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Gordon.
Outside, Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Bangs home the trifecta. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, a statement win. What should people know about this team?
You know, we tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight. But you know, we young, we learning every day, and we're gonna be really good.
Well, looks like it's coming fast. Appreciate your time.